What's up, guys? Shouri here, and today I'm talking about rushing with the Arbitrator and why it is the best AR to pair with all shotguns that I have used except for Orion. But that's because they kind of do the same thing at the same ranges, so it's better to use that with other combos. But for the other shotguns, it is magic, and it even works by itself. Another thing I want to thank is Twiffer and El Loco. In my last premiere, they both donated more than I have made in ads in the entire month. So, thank you both very much for that. I really appreciate it. But what we're going to talk about is the shotguns, and first up is going to be Porcupine. As you saw, this gun works so well by itself, but when you pair it with shotguns, it gets even better. And the reason for that is in the medium to long range, this AR just does so much damage so quickly, and then when people get close, you just pop out a nice little shotgun, do some good damage right there. We get a 5 at once and even killed the 6th guy after we died because of Porcupine's burn damage. So I've been kind of down on Pork lately because if you light a Wasp player on fire, their damage increases significantly, and there is a ton of Wasps out there now, so it can kind of be a bad combo. At least that's what I thought, but I've actually played with some Pork, and I've been doing it with multiple ARs. It's pretty good right now, and I think I've changed my mind on it. I'll make an entire video on Pork, but for this one, it's all about the Arbitrator and just how good these combos are together. I really like to use something like Jockey, which will keep you alive, and it can just make you do some pretty crazy things. Like right there, as you can see, top 500, we get the Unstoppable with 2 triple kills, and that is all down to multiple things. One is obviously Undying being really good. Number 2 is the support class can give you about 3,400 armor, and when you have jockey kills, that translates to about 850 armor that you get for every kill. Then you have 3, the Arbitrator is so good in the medium to long range, it has good burst damage, and can really just get those kills very good. And then you have, of course, the Porcupine, which will not only give you the fire damage, which can help you track opponents, but it also does pretty good burst damage. It's super easy to use and accurate if you scope or not. And as long as you remember to try to do your pork shots to get the kills and not so much earlier on, then you won't really have to deal with setting Wasp people on fire, which makes them do a ton more damage. So really the biggest downsides I didn't like about the pork aren't really there if you're really careful. Right there, we get our 8th kill right after we die, so sadly we didn't end up getting the Unstoppable, but it's all good. And next up is the Joker, which is the gun that I think is probably one of the best. We'll also go over the Bear Trap, but one thing I like about the Joker is that it does really good damage, and then on its 3rd shot, it does up to like 4k damage, and it's just really nice. It's one of the things that I don't ever expect it to do that, and you need to make sure that you're not relying on it. But whenever it does do it, it is really nice, especially for the multi-kills, and it can just bring up some really good situations. Right here, we're going to go ahead, get the triple, and then we're going to go in for more. Sadly, we couldn't get the 4 at once, but we do end up getting the 4th kill. And in this game, we were just dominating from the start. I mean, if you can get half of their hill on the first hills for control points, you are doing great. So we're going to go ahead, pop his Undying, and I do like to have my pistol turned on when using the Arbitrator because you will sometimes run out of ammo, and it is nice to have the spark especially, and even if it's just level 2, go for it. But right there, as you can see, up close, far away, and in medium range, the Arbitrator just does so much damage so accurately and so quickly. It is just a really good gun at all ranges, and then if people get really close, you just pop out that Joker. They rocket you, but you still kill him, the good things in life. And then we're going to come back out strong. We get 2 really good kills with our Arbitrator. We pull out our Joker. We go ahead and get that one. We turn around, getting the 4 at once, and then we're just going to go cap that hill and probably die. But who cares? Because we won the game, right? And I think it devolved into rockets after that, not gonna lie. But we're going to keep on going in a different game, and we do basically the same thing. We run in here, and we get all the kills in the world up close with Joker, because it just has so much damage. And another gun that does a lot of damage is Bear Trap. And a lot of people have written this gun off because they haven't really used it much since it got fixed. But hey, this gun's actually still pretty good. We just get the 4 at once there, and we run away so our team can go lose it for us. Appreciate you guys. That was a hard one to win, though, so it's fine. And we get the 2 kills with our Arbitrator, the best gun in the game. Then we come out with our Bear Trap, which does pretty decent damage at the distance now when you scope it. It used to have the worst damage at any amount of distance, so now that you can scope it, it does actually do pretty well. And it actually isn't a bad gun. It shoots pretty quickly, and it just does exactly what you need it to. It's not like the old Arbitrator where it's like a one-shot kill with your knife. It's definitely a more than one-shot shotgun. Maybe they should increase it to like 8 shots per thing, but as far as I'm concerned, it's not that bad of a gun. We're gonna run out, get a 4 at once with our Arbitrator. Just loving it, man. And with these combos, we're always gonna have our last breath, because you don't actually want to get too close to them because their Wasp is going to destroy you. You want to stay in that medium to long range as much as possible. But even when the Wasp gets up close, if you have the Bear Trap, you can just turn around, shoot him, and then hit him with that knife, hopefully being able to get the kill, and then coming around with the 4 at once. And next up, guys, is the Reaper. And God, do I love this gun. It is so much fun, especially with this combo, because of the simple fact that you can get those speed orbs, and you can get a lot of your health back from that. And then you can either choose to have the jockey pants, or you can use something like a Daredevil with this, or anything you want, really. I choose jockey pants still, even though we have the orbs from the Reaper to be able to get some of our armor back. And I don't know, it's just a really fun combo to use. And again, with this one, I always will recommend you use something like either a crossbow or a last breath with it, because for the same reasons, you don't really want to get up close to them quickly. You want to have them coming at you so you can kill them with your Arbitrator from longer range. Then when they come in close, hit them with that Reaper, and then you get your energy orbs out. And then if you have like a Zeus, if you need some long range, if you end up having your ammo run out, again, you do not want to use Mustang, guys. Mustang only helps your KD because you'll have more ammo per life, but you get more benefit from something like a Daredevil or a jockey pants in the moment, and that's what you really want, because guess what? You can die and get fully reloaded guns, so for your team in that moment to do more damage, do more healing to yourself, you will actually be better off with things that are not Mustang, no matter what gun it is. And every single person you see who screws their team over and just like loves to have a high KD, low win percentage, will always have Mustang on, and I can prove this, and I will one day. But not today, because today I'm going to go over the perks. I recommend using the Spark Pistol, Kingslayer, a Last Breath or Crossbow, any shotgun you want, and the Arbitrator, an Undying if you got it, Jockey, or Daredevil, and then the Antidote chest is what I prefer, but any chest will work. And then your perks are, first, the Tank, which gives you more armor. This one is very important. The next one up is Marauder. This one restores your armor every time you hit an enemy with an offensive consumable, and this includes green grenades. Next up is Fortify. Eliminations with offensive consumables will reduce incoming shot damage by 16% per 5 seconds, which can be really nice. Next up is Patchwork. Defensive consumables restore 10% more armor. This is super important, especially when you use something like health pills. It will give you a little bit of armor, which will activate your chest armor, which can be super important, especially if you have things like Ifrit or Frost armor on that will block fire or frost damage. This can block like Orion damage and other shotguns, and it can be super important just to have that little bit of armor so your chest will work. So, these are the perks that I think you should be using, and I think they're great ones. Almost as great as Opal. This is actually Opal from when I was recording this video just now. He was helping me have my pop filter in front of the mic and using a super cold wet nose to keep the iPad from overheating. What a dog. I mean, he's just so cute. So, I would also like to thank my channel members and my donators. You guys are the best, and especially shout out to El Loco and Right in the Twiffer. They donated an unbelievable amount of money last video, and I can never express how much I appreciate that. You guys are the best. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys. And I hope you guys all have a great day.